there's someone enjoying that. All right, off and running on the inside. Was that the number 27 again? Was that Way? I mean, from the dead inside. He's been running the all-white and the all-white gear, but we'll see.
Yep,
it was
anyway.
Vincent Way out of Murrieta, California. He snatched that from the dead inside. Let's see what Vincent Way can do with yet another good start. He's had another good start earlier this morning. Heading down into the 10 Commandments now. Thou shalt not pass Vincent Way is what the first one says. He's not going to let him do it.
Well, what's the deacon have to say about it?
The deacon will change that one mid-form there. Thou shalt not covet thy position. Oh, yellow flags are out, so let's see who went down. Hopefully it was not one of our leaders, but there's a great chance that it was.
Oh, we got here we got up front. Looks like there is a little bit of a change maybe in some of those.
Still Vincent Way out front, the number 40, I believe, in the number 2 spot, and that would be Caden Dudney. Caden Dudney in the number 2 spot. He's gotten around Way, though. Way slips back to the number 3 spot now. So just like that. Nope, that was a different kid. Don't listen to what I'm saying. So did a little track maintenance out there, running some of the water trucks around. There is Vincent Way leading the charge on that Answer Husqvarna ride. Oh my goodness, at the line choices there. The 62 now into the number 2 spot. That is Clark Robbins. Clark Kent Robbins finished 3rd in the first moto, and Clark having a good run here. Right around the beach we go with Vincent Way. Clark Robbins on the 62. The number 40 is Cade Dudney out of Athens, Greece, Texas, in the number 3 spot. 3 wide back there for the number 4 spot. Rodney Tomlin furiously trying to text when the service hits there for about 11 seconds. He's got to get it in, get it out whenever that satellite just drifts over the track.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a weird thing, though. You go to the right-hand corner of this announcer's tower, my phone will pick up text. Boom, boom, boom.
Bing, 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 bing,
10
bing.
feet. I can walk over there. I promise you it's done that multiple times.
Move 2 feet and it goes away.
Yeah, it goes away. Vincent Way not going away, and neither is Clark Robbins on the inside. Can he make that pass? Whoa, Way almost wheelied out of that one. Vincent Way all in on this one. Look at that, man. The form is so good. These kids look like mini factory riders now.
Well, I mean, you got to remember what.
Oh, look at that on the inside, Rodney. Wow.
What bloodline he comes from.
Correct. I agree with that. And, man, that outside line is not where it's at. He got 5 bike links pulled on him, and again sets him up on the outside. He'll get past yet again. I'm not a fan of the outside. Got to go inside there.
Right.
So if you want to head on down there and tell him that.
I'll hang on just a second. I'll be right back.
All right. Thanks, man. So now a new leader, Clark Robbins, gets around Way, as does Cade Dudney. So we'll see if Vincent Way is a smart kid. I guarantee you he won't let that happen again.
Oh, no. He'll be
locked in once you get in that rut. It's a slot car. You can't get over.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
Any other race, he could have just shot over and kind of shut that line down, but he was in that slot and couldn't get out.
You got to be committed. Every line you take here is commitment at Loretta Lynn. You got to make the commitment here.
Yeah. And you've had a problem with commitment your whole life, and makes sense. Anytime I can get something just to throw it right at you.
But sadly it's true.
Because Jeff Hines texted me and said, man, I never thought it was that much fun to mess with Rodney, and I'm going to have to do that going forward. He texted me last night. He enjoyed the smoking motorcycle analogy about the motorcycle being a metaphor for your life yesterday. So, Jeff Hines, we will continue to ruin my buddy Rodney.
I love it, man.
Please enjoy it.
And he hasn't even texted me once. So now I see how that goes. I thought we were buds. All right, Jeff. I'll remember you when I send out my Christmas cards next year.
Jeff Hines, one of our announcing buddies down in Florida, handles the Mini O's and Mill Creek's events. So part of our Southeast, part of our company with the Professional Announcers Guild of North America.
I don't know who he is. Have no idea who he is.
He's dead to me.
He's dead to me.
Dead. All right, Clark Robbins out front. Dudney Way, I believe. Landon Gibson is 4th. Wyatt, I Caught You a Delicious Bass, is 5th. Chase Lawton is 6th. Cody going to the Wells. Wells is 7th. Brennan Harrison is 8th. Colby Goff is 9th. And Max Shane rounds out your top 10.
Well. Looks like my little call here for Deacon Deno. What's going on with Deno there? Because he was up in a top 5 position, and now he's dropped all the way back to 18th place position on this second lap. So Something big happening there as the Deacon was trying to make up some gains out there. He might have been one of the riders going down when we saw those yellow flags out by the Ten Commandments a few moments ago.
Yeah, just making stuff up. We don't know. Here's the number 40 on that orange KTM, Cade Dudney. These names, you get kind of familiar with them. Typically, you've been announcing these guys from the time they were on 50s, a couple years of the bigger 50s. And it's been about 3 or 4 years now that we've been saying the name Cade Dudney, Vincent Way, Landon Gibson, Wyatt Bass. So the usual suspects now, if you will.
Robbins really dialing this one in here in Moto number 2. And, of course, backing that up, I think, pretty good with a Moto 1 third-place position finish and being able to put himself in the driver's seat as far as Moto 2. But again, it's still early right now. I mean, we're working on 3 laps. We still have over 14 minutes of racing left to go.
Oh, yeah, plenty of action yet to come. There's Vincent Way just at the bottom of your screen there. You got your leader up top. We are following right along with Clark Kent Robbins. He jumped into that phone booth, came out with the cape, jumped on his 65 and said, I'm going to go win a Moto. There he is on the 62.
Really, I didn't recognize him.
No, exactly. I don't know why they don't recognize him. He's wearing a cape, like his wife Lois Lane out here watching, enjoying their week here at the ranch. Took a week off from the Daily Planet.
They've got a couple of kids now. I don't know if you noticed that.
Little baby.
Well, no, they're teenagers now.
Oh, wow. Are they racing with us?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No.
They're up trying to sort out that kryptonite problem they've been having.
Yeah, exactly.
There's your leader, Clark Robbins. He has had this one kind of under control for a bit. He likes that inside line, and he's dragging Caden Dudney with him. And I believe I saw Vincent Way still running that outside line. You're giving up on this 65 anyway. You're giving up a ton of time.
Cannon Hargrove now bridges the top 10 into a 9th place position. The number 17, a Moto 1 winner.
Wow.
Now working on an 8th place position away from Max Shane. We start doing the math up here. He's well over 10 seconds. We're working on 15 seconds himself from maybe even a top 3 overall. But, you know, with still better than 13 minutes left in this Moto, obviously coming in here with a lot of confidence in a Moto 1 win, he's going to be trying to search and move his way up as close as he can to a top 3 overall position here to keep himself relevant as far as the championship is concerned.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. These motos are 20 minutes long. It gives these kids plenty of time to, you know, you can have a bad start, have a great start, whatever. All types of things can happen. And if you have a bad deal, you can make something happen from, 12th, 13th place. We've seen him come back. Hayden Deagle was on his way. Lots of come from behind runs.
Chase Lawton back in the number 6 spot. That's where we're seeing another fast rider. Wyatt Bass is being pressured right now on the 21 for that 5th place position. They were about a half second apart. They were running nearly identical lap times the last couple of laps, and this battle has been waging on for quite some time. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Check in this time around and see how it is starting to unfold as Clark Robbins continues to lead after 4. He's got a near 3-second lead at 2.8 over Caden Dudney. Another 3.5, now 6.2 seconds over Vincent Way, who drops into that number and solid 3rd place position. He's got a 3.3 second lead over Landon Gibson. However, Way dropped to a 2:10 lap time that time around. Gibson could capitalize if that lap time remains the same. And look at this, a 2:12 for Wyatt Bass. Oh, what happened to Cannon Hargrove? He drops out of contention now back to 7th. Brennan Harrison is running in the number 6 spot right behind Wyatt Bass. So this is could turn into a 3-way race real quick if Hargrove can get back on the gas. Actually, Hargrove is working his way up from 9th into 7th now, so he's closing in on these guys. This is going to get real good. Chase Lawton was one of the riders I was watching. He dropped back to 19th. He was pressuring Bass for that 5th place position. That's what happened there. So Chase Lawton has dropped back to the number 9 spot now.
Wow. A lot of movement here in this top 10. That's why we race the whole thing. It's the 85, 10, 212. Their first couple of years on the 85. They spent some time on the 65. 85, 10 to 12. I can't believe Vincent Way is already on an 85.
Right?
They grow up so fast, Rodney.
I know. I remember his pops, man, whenever his pops was like 18, 19 years old.
I remember watching Nick Way race out here in the youth class. I sat next to his mother in the bleachers right next to this announcer's tower. when he was on doing his thing.
Wow.
Yep, his mom was pumped, obviously. He had a good week here. It would have been like 95, 96.
That makes sense, yeah.
And there he is. There's the little man following in Pop's footsteps. The 27 of Vincent Way.
Now,
grandfather's all in too, man.
Yeah.
Pop's Way is all in the mix as well.
Yeah.
Just like the fairies.
yeah, that's a cool thing. Now, I gotta wonder. You know, Nick, a part of the mission.
Oh, second place rider tumbling in front of Vincent Way.
Dudney goes down. So
I believe that was Dudney, or was it a lap rider? I'm not sure.
Well, he was about 6.
No, there's Dudney. There's the 40. That was a lap rider, but he went flying.
Yeah, he did.
Got the shot with the drone. Wow.
I'm gonna say
Vincent Way had a. Those are the types of things you just. I mean, the track is its own problem. Then riders on the racetrack that you're having to avoid and ruts. It gets crazy out there.
Landon Gibson up to the number 3 spot as he is around.
So, Rodney, imagine that happens to you when you're going down a straightaway.
That's got to be Way that went down.
Oh, it must have been.
Yeah, because Way is dropped back to 8th place now after.
That was a big get-off.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was the lap rider, too.
I did, too. We were following along, but apparently it was not. Thankfully, he did that in the soft sand there. And I'm not kidding. That is the best place you could probably do it if you're going to go down.
So Robbins, Dudney, Gibson now 3rd. Wyatt Bass is up to 4th. Brennan Harrison in 5th. Cannon Hargrove up to 6th. Max Shane in 7th. Vincent Way is 8th. Chase Lawton still holding steady in a top 10 in 9th place. Kobe Goff rounds out your top 10. And there's the Deacon back in the number 11 spot. Dino about to bridge the top 10. I think he may have already gotten around Goff for that number 10 spot here on lap number 6.
Man, this race, the 85 10-12 class, has been the Bermuda Triangle for Vincent Way. He's had 2 rough motos. He finished 10th, which anybody else would say, oh, that's not bad, but we know Vincent is capable of running top 3 like he just was, and he's hit the deck a couple times now in this 85 10-12 in that first moto and now here in the second one.
Amazing the pressures of what Loretta Lynn's brings. Like you say, it's not just the track, it's the other riders and
yourself, the mental side of things.
Wow.
A bike issue.
So many. And you know, this is the race. If something's going to happen,
this is it.
And how many times have you heard? I never saw that happen before.
Never. Yeah. 3 motos, something weird happens.
Yeah.
I've never broke one fork tube. Wow, how about that? Not both of them, just cracked the right side of a fork tube. My brother did that.
See,
how does that happen?
How does it happen? What the Loretta Lynn's?
Poor maintenance on my part, probably, but
blame it on Loretta Lynn.
Yeah, we're going to blame it on the craziness that this 3-moto format and the intensity you bring.
Is this the battle coming around here for 4th place with Bass, Harrison, Cannon, Hargrove in this one as well in the 17? I think that's what we're watching. Bass in the 4th place, but Harrison, Hargrove, and those riders are nearly wheel to wheel as they come by the finish line, and Cannon Hargrove has made up a lot of time, has made up a lot of distance as he pulls into the number 6 spot within 3/4 of a second of a top 5 position right now, as he is looking at the possibility of maybe reeling in Wyatt Bass for 4th. But when you look at the gaps at that point, it's another 20 seconds or so to solidify a podium position. But regardless, this ride might be what salvages still an opportunity for Cannon Hargrove to claim a championship in this 85-12, the 13-year-old class. He won Moto number 1. He's currently looking at 6. You take a look at the 62 of Clark Robbins. Now, Clark's going to make it a little difficult with a 3 and a 1 for a score of 4. But the beauty of it is for Hargrove is that that was a 3rd place finish. So every position he makes up right now only inches him closer to a possible tie.
He is most certainly in this.
He's going to be.
He's got a 6th. He's still got 6 more minutes to go.
Yeah.
So this thing, like you said, we've seen top 3, top 5 guys go down. We saw, I think, 13 guys in the B class go down. Like, that was part of the deal. You had to sign a waiver that says you will crash at some point in your moto. They all did it. It's like the Joker lane. We said you pull in the Joker lane, just grab your front brake, flip over the bars, and get back in the race. You have to pick which lap you want to do it, but all those kids crashed. Romano crashed and still won the thing. It's crazy.
That is. That's nuts. Clark Robbins running at 2:05. He's out down to a 2:06.7 now, so only a second off pace. Yeah, that's the battle. Bass, Harrison, and Hargrove coming right at us right now as they work their way into the heart of this racetrack and near the completion of lap number 7. Robbins is in. Dudney is in.
there is that furious battle there. The number 21 of Wyatt Bass has some company. His mom says you can have a couple of friends over, but just be quiet. Don't wake me up. I got to work tomorrow, and they're not listening. They're being very rowdy on this racetrack.
Being rowdy, the battle for fourth place. Bass, Harrison, and Hargrove checking in now with lap number 7 complete, and at the stripe, it looks like it's still Bass. Hargrove has moved up to 5th as he gets around Brennan Harrison.
Wow, Hargrove is climbing back into this thing. The number 17 was as far back as 12th or 13th, and now he finds himself in the number 5 spot. Vincent Way went down after running in the number 3 spot.
I think when I first saw Hargrove, I picked up on him. I think he might have been back as far as 16th place position.
He is fighting for that championship. He has pulled himself almost into for sure a top 3. You got to think with a 1.5 going into the 3rd and final moto.
Hey, I'll tell you real quick, I want to tip my hat to the folks in the booth right now. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Yeah,
we've got a student director up there. One of our apprentices is directing right now, and we've got 2 apprentices on camera out in the field right now.
How cool is that? Giving great footage there, making us look and sound good.
The show's finally being done well. Finally upgraded. They got some good people in here to make this thing work.
They're listening. They're about to black this camera out. You'll get a message in here in just a minute. Continuing to watch that 21 of Wyatt Bass. He's trying to fight off first moto winner Cannon Hargrove. Look at him on the inside. Just as to heck with that rut. That was faster.
How did that happen?
I don't get it. Hargrove working on the number 4 spot. One of the producers says, yep, ouch, in his ear, in Rodney's ear.
Oh, fair, okay. That's deserved. So we'll cut it and slice it here as Harrison, Hargrove, Bass battling out. Bass on the 21 making the moves. Here comes Hargrove.
On the inside, your first moto winner. Can he stick the pass on Bass? Oh, and he almost took the front wheel.
I'm telling you what, if they,
no.
Hargrove, they got lucky on that one. He stacked it up, almost came to a stop in that rut, but
didn't know where to go. Any other racetrack, he would have went right on around and off he goes. But
Bass was stuck in the rut, couldn't get around him. So Hargrove. Now my question is, what position is this? Was that for the number 4 spot?
Yeah, that was for the number 4 spot. Wyatt Bass is 4, so that would be a 1-4 going into the 3rd and final moto. He's creeping. Now he's just trying to check out. Look at him go. There is the 17 up to 4th.
Cannon Hargrove, who told us in the first moto after he won that he had never been under the tent here before, which means he had never even had a top 10 moto finish.
I heard him say that.
Now he's proving that first moto is no fluke.
No.
I'll tell you what, his life is going to change if he keeps these scores up throughout the week.
Yeah, a 1-4-1. If he can get up there and win that 3rd moto, be tough to beat. Let's see how Clark Robbins did on that first moto, the 62, finishing up in the number 3 spot.
Yep.
So Clark Robbins with 3-1, that's 4 points.
Dudney looking at 2-2 scores. If it ends like this, Caden Dudney. Remember, he put pressure on Hargrove for the lead, but Hargrove was able to hold on in Moto 1.
All right, into those 10 commandments. And where is Vincent Way? He's went down, he's climbed back into the number 10 spot. He went down big on this beach. So Vincent finished 10th in the first moto, 10th here again, but he's had big crashes. This has been a Bermuda Triangle for him.
Well, I tell you, the impressive ride here for me, and I calculated this one a few laps ago, that 4th place might be about the best that Cannon Hargrove was going to be able to achieve as we roll into the closing moments of this. And that is a major achievement when we look at where he came from as he tries to salvage this championship. It looks like he should be able to hold on for a 4th place position. That's not set in stone just yet, though. We still got a little ways to go before we can.
No, I think we know better than to say anything is done. Oh, that's a done deal. You can put his name on the trophy.
Yeah, you don't want to do that yet. But I tell you, we go back to the championships are won on your worst days, and this right here.
Great point.
Yeah, and this right here is proof positive of exactly that, Kevin. Clark Robbins in for 9 laps complete. I believe that would give us a white flag. Yes, it does. So one more lap of racing to go in this 85 10 to 12 limited class. Dudney checking in 10 seconds back. Gibson is 10 seconds back. And Hargrove should be back there another 10, 13 seconds or so back as Hargrove checks in 16 seconds back. And you have to think right now, as much and as hard as Hargrove worked, and not saying that no one else worked hard, but you have to think that Hargrove has really laid it all out there.
Yeah.
His tongue's dragging right now.
He's going to leave it out on the racetrack, no doubt about it. The clock has expired. It's about to be all zeros here as the closing stages of Moto number 2 for our 85 10 to 12. It's race number 4 in your program. And it is all about Clark Robbins trying to set his sights on this championship. There is the number 62 as we'll follow him around. Clark Robbins, big tall kid too, man, to be in this 10 to 12 class. We saw Drew Adams do work in the 10 to 12 class as well. So Drew Adams could have rode both of these 10 to 12 classes, and I would have to say he would be the perennial favorite to win them both. But he steps up and wanted to ride. He probably had to beg Ryan Holiday, please let me race the older guys. I promise you, he probably had. He likes to get up there. He wants to challenge. He wants to challenge.
Well, I mean, that you know,
Not that these guys aren't challenging,
right?
But I'm telling you, he's just the fastest guy in that age group.
Right, and you only get faster, and we've heard this statement a couple of times throughout the week and throughout our lives. You only get faster when you race faster people.
Couldn't agree more. Iron sharpens iron, and he likes it. That family loves a challenge. He's going to be fun to watch. Clark Robbins has been fun to watch here as we close down the 85 10 to 12 class.
Checkers are ready to fly now for the number 62 as he makes his way in.
The VP Racing checker flag is out for Clark Robbins, and he now can kind of see what that championship might look like. But I think Hargrove, Gibson, and Dudney are going to have something to say about that third and final moto.
Yeah, it's a tight points race, I think, in this 85 class. So it's going to be exciting. As we pointed out, Dudney, the number 40. He took second in Moto 1, so he's looking at a 2-2. Robbins, I think, is 3-1, so he's got 4. Landon Gibson, the 72 machine, as we look at that, also in contention of this one right now, as he took a 6th and a 3 right now. But Cannon Hargrove, impressive ride for him. Let's head on down to the podium where Jason Wygant stands by ready to talk with our top finishers here in our second moto as the stage is set now, it appears, for the third and final moto in the 85 10 to 12 limited class.
Making it happen here. This is going to be really exciting. This championship chase is a big one, getting the gold medal. And we'll hand that over. Let's hear it for Clark Robbins. Were you putting yourself under some pressure? Obviously, you get a moto win. That really helps your title chase. Were you thinking about that?
No, I wasn't. I was just psyched that I got first.
Yeah, that's awesome. First gold ever?
Yep.
All right. What's changed? What's working for you to get up here this year?
Well, I've been training at Saba Mex, and it's helping me a lot.
South of the border, getting it done. Who else do you want to thank?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, Saba Mex, FMF, Traction, Lynx, Pro Taper, South of the Border, and RTF, and Mount Holly Motorsports. Thank you.
Jersey boy on top. Let's hear it for Clark Robbins. Sandpits in New Jersey, breeding champs here. We'll see by the end of the week what happens. Going to bring Caden Dudney on up to talk second place. Caden Dudney is going to have something to say about it for this title fight. This will be a really fun one because we've had 3 riders with 3 really strong scores. Come on up here. Let's hear it for our silver medalist, Caden Dudney. Tell me about that one, Caden.
I got off to a pretty good start. I passed a couple people. I got up to second. I tried to get up to first, but the track's just really rough and gnarly.
Yeah, absolutely. But the title, you can still win this. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, Altus Motorsports, Fly Racing, Scott Goggles, Lynx, Dunlop, Power Band, Bill's Pipes, everyone else I forgot. Thank you.
Caden Dudney, second place. That's back-to-back seconds. So this is going to be really good going into the third moto. And don't count out Landon Gibson, who will bring up here, finishing up in third. And Vincent Way got our Stasic hole shot, so if he's around, we'll give him that award as well. Let's hear it from Landon Gibson, third place. How was that moto?
It was good. I got off to a decent start. I just tried to ride the best I could. My shoulder was hurting me a little bit, but it's all right.
Grinding out a podium. You got to be proud, right?
Yes, sir. I'm pretty proud.
Who do you want to thank?
Jesus Christ for keeping me safe. My mom, my dad, Answer, 100%, Bell, ODI, Pro Taper, Poppy for taking me to training, and everybody else I forgot to thank you.
All right, there it is. Landon Gibson, third place. And there's the bronze. We'll take a whole new set of photos. If Vincent Way is around, we'll give him